Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beer Garden. This time, Joe is joining us again to talk about our preview on this Wednesday's the Triple Trio races, and also followed by our best bet and value bet. In this on this Wednesday, the Triple Trio there will be a jackpot for containing about 3.2 million Hong Kong dollars, and hope that we can hit the big jackpot. So let's start with the first leg of the Triple Trio. It will be in race 5. Actually, all the 3 legs of this time Triple Trio will be over 1,200 meters. So the first leg, race 5, will be a class 4 race over 1,200 meters. Sarah, who will be your pick in race 5?
I went with the 2 Valiant Elegance, who's jumping out of barrier 1 here. We have Lyle aboard. Just seeing, can he get, a back-to-back win here? He had a really beautiful race beginning of March. Took some time off, went to Changfa, had a decent barrier trial there, but then comes back really freshened up. I think we're going to see something great. If he gets a really good break, he should dominate this field. He has really great speed and consistent form over the course and the distance here. So I think we're going to see something special out of him, especially with that break. I think he kind of needed it as he was running pretty hard back to back to back. And after coming off of that nice win, and then to see him with that really freshened up, I think we're going to see him come back in stronger form than we have been.
Yeah, I agree. Number 2, Valiant Elegance. He is back from Chongfa, and this time he is quite can take advantage of the good draw because he is quite a consistent leader. So this time he will be breaking from gates 1, very ideal for him. How about you, Steve? Who will you pick in race 5?
Well, for number 3, Happy Forever, drawn 7 under Zach Burton, a lightly raced horse, has a good chance, I think, good second on his second run, and then wasn't disgraced last time when 5th, and Zach Burton keeps the ride. And of course, Lyle Hewitson bagged the memorable double on Sunday, riding Valiant Elegance. Never won back-to-back, but he's only won 3 times, so there's every chance of that happening. And as Sarah says, drawn 1, so drawn to attack. But hoping that the unexposed Happy Forever can strike the Zach in race 5.
It is very interesting to see that Happy Forever will be moving to the city circuit, but it is good to have Zach Burton on board again, and I believe this 3-year-old is still improving. And Joe, how about you? Who will you pick in race 5?
Race number 5, I picked number 10, Read the Table with Keith Ewing up. So I went for Valiant Elegance a whole bunch of times because I know he's going to be the speed of the race. The price looks pretty good on a $4.70. I went for a little bit of outside value. I think of an outside pick with Run the Table because he does have a win in the Class 5, but he's been mainly racing over the 1650. But he's had a lot of decent rides with Purton on and Chadwick and Poon. So now he gets Keith Ewing up. But I think that if there is a really, really hot speed and Lyle is, he had a really great day on Sunday for getting 2 wins, but he's drawn number 2. He's right next to him, and I don't think that the barrier is a concern because he does like to go a little bit back. But I think running at the end, he does have that somewhat decent speed to try to catch up to him if there's too much of a pace. He did get 4th, but he was behind 5 lengths. But he was in form last year around fall for us, so I think he does have a little bit of a chance here if he could run him down. So I'm going to take a chance with Run the Table, number 10.
Yes, number 10, Run the Table, jumping from gates 2. I think that the horses from gates 1 and gates 2 will be possibly the leaders in this field. And also, Run the Table is carrying a lightweight ridden by Keith Young, having quite a good price in race 5. And for me, I'm going to select another outsider that will be number 1, Hurry Gain, because he's a class 3 winner last season at Charene, but he dropped significantly after that. However, in this season, we see that he tried to have some gear changes, like putting on the cheek pieces, but it was not helpful, so just removing it. And it is good to see that he jumps well last time out in class 4, so maybe he is quite competitive when he is returning back to class 4. So on Wednesday, there will be 2 batches of class 4 over 1,200 meters, and I think that the field in race 5 will be a bit weaker. So hopefully Hurry Gain can take advantage of the weak field and also also hope to see that he can show his class in a class 4 race. So my pick will be number 1, Hurry Hurry Gain. So to recap our selections in the first leg of the triple trio, number 2, Valiant Elegance for Sara, and number 3, Happy Forever for Steve. And Joe has his value bet here, that is number 10, Run the Table. And my pick will be number 1, Hurry Hurry Gain. And let's move on to talk about the next, the second leg of the triple trio. That will be race 6, another batch of class 4 over 1200 meters. Sara, who will be your selection?
I took the 5 here, Gang of Brothers with Purton aboard. He's jumping out of barrier 4, which is great. He seems to do much better from more the interior draw. Hopefully we'll get to see him sit mid-pack. There's a lot of early speed in this race, which could pose a challenge for this horse. But if Zach can just get a nice clean break here and get this horse to sit perfectly in that front of the mid-pack, we'll be able to see him really excel come the stretch. He had a really nice race in April and even in March over the 1200 meters again, just really showing what a horse he is, showing his maturing and his form. That I think he's finally found his footing here at the track. And hopefully he can continue to improve like he has been the last few times out. I think with the booking of Purton here, he did ride him last time. We'll get him to see how he does again. I really think the barrier draw here is going to help this horse position himself to a successful win.
Yes, the draw is good for him, and also there are lots of fast horses in race 6, so maybe Gang of Brothers can take advantage of gates 4 and stay in a good position. Steve, do you agree with Sara?
Yes, excuse me. Yes, I do. Yes, nice chance. I think drawn forward, Zach Purton again, only 4 runs, and snatched up the last time, wasn't he? He was staying on to good effect when he was short of room at the end. And from gate 12, not a good draw the last time too. So yes, Gang of Brothers for me. I mean, Exponential has a good chance, but of course his last 7 runs, 2-2-2-2, 4-3-2, hitting the crossbar, but drawn 1, good chance there. And Loris came back to form on his penultimate start, but this is the 4th time in a row that he has been drawn 10 or above. So not easy for Loris. So hopefully 5th time lucky for Gang of Brothers.
Yes, I agree that Gang of Brothers this time is having quite a strong winning hope here. But Joe, how about you? Who will you pick in race 6?
Yeah, surprisingly for a class 4 race, there's a lot of horses that have great form with seconds and thirds. But I went with Hercules number 8 down the bottom. He's going to carry the same weight, and he's been just barely missing every time, and he's drawn like very wide the last 2 times with 12 and 9. So I think that now he's going to get barrier 2. It's going to be much better for him. He's been coming around at some decent odds the last couple of times, 12-1, 13-1. And you see some favorites on the show that's defeated him, like Villa Fion, Wild West Swing, Shadow Runner, Toronado Phantom. I think if he could get that last run and that last kick in, he should be okay. He's been barely missing almost every single time. I mean, you get a 6th at only 1 length. That's how close that finish was, especially over the 1200. I think he could definitely stand a chance. And the odds are suggesting it. He is going to be the 3rd favorite in this race, which is about, I think, you're looking at 490 as opposed to 340 for Gang of Brothers and Exponential, who's been consistent as well for 370. So I think within the 3 favorites, that will be probably one to include in your triple trio. So I'm going to go with number 8 with Karis Teeton, Hercules.
Yes, right. Number 8, Hercules. I think that at the current rating of 49, he is ready for bouncing back, because last time out we see that he showed a great turn of foot, and this time the barrier draw is much more better, jumping from gate 2, and Karis Teeton is having quite good results recently. So Hercules, number 8, will be Joe's pick in race 6. And for me, I will be same as Sara and Steve. I will also go for number 5, Gang of Brothers. Just a few points to add, because this time he will be putting on the blinkers, and hopefully this gear will be helpful for this young horse, because he is doing quite well over his 4 starts in Hong Kong. We see that he is improving steadily, and this time finally a good draw for him, because last time gate 12 was too difficult for him, and this time gate 4 will be much more better. So hopefully we can see that Gang of Brothers can break his maiden on in Hong Kong on Wednesday. So to recap race 6, For Sarah, Steve, and myself, we also go for number 5, Gang of Brothers, and Joe's selection will be number 8, Hercules. So for the final leg of the triple trio, race 7, and other race over 1200 meters, but it is a class 3 race. And Sarah, how about you? Who do you like in race 7?
I like the 5, Starbright. I kind of struggled with this race, as I feel like there's a few horses you could take and make really great cases for. But I landed on Starbright with Pert aboard. We're going to see if he can get back-to-back wins here. He's been improving quite a bit over the course and the distance here. He's a really great running style, so we should see him really chase the pace. But I think a lot of your threat's going to come in with Rewarding Together. I think that's going to be a horse that could be really tough to beat. But I feel like if Starbright gets a really nice clean break and can sit just right off of his hip, we should see a really great performance in this stretch. So we'll see. Like I said, this race was a bit hard for me. So hopefully 5, Starbright will get across the finish line first.
Yeah, number 5, Starbright, the last time winner, but I think that he is quite suitable for racing over Happy Valley, and it is still good to see that Zach Purden will be on board again. And Steve, how about you? Who will you select in race 7?
As Sarah says, I thought this was a really difficult race. In fact, I couldn't see the wood for the trees, so the obvious horse was California Redwood, drawn number 7 and ridden by Joe Moreira. Good chance, I think. He's a recent addition to the Hong Kong ranks and a good second on debut behind Lucky Swain S. But a tricky race. Joe Moreira, nice to see him on board. Starbright will have a good chance, and he can probably confirm superiority with Lyrical Motion and Sky Forever, who we beat the last time. But Rewarding Together, Toronado Phantom, both top weights, both have their supporters, I'm sure. But without a great deal of confidence, I'm hoping that California Redwood can win on his 3rd start.
Yeah, I will be also looking forward to number 6, California Redwood, because he's adapting to the new environment in Hong Kong quite well, quite good debut results. And this time, Joe Moreira takes the ride. I think that he should be improving on Wednesday. And Joe, how about you? Who do you like in race 7?
Actually took the gray horse Toronado Phantom number 2 here. He's a 3-year-old, or well, it says here, yeah, I think he's a 3-year-old, right? He's a 3-year-old, right? Because it says here 4-year-old.
Yeah, now it's 4-year-old.
Oh, now he's 4-year-old. Okay, yeah, because when he raced as a 3-year-old, he was pretty good over at Happy Valley, because he's had a win, and I know that he's had a lot of the times we've been going for him as the favorite, but actually, right now you're gonna get a really great value price on him, 17-1. For a win, and then on the place line you're getting 430. So even if he hit the board, the favorite right now currently is Rewarding Together, and I think that's actually really great value for what you're getting with Toronado Phantom. He's had 2 of the best in Hong Kong as the jockey, aside from the last race that he had Wagner Borges, who almost was around there against Eason. But we've had also the same horses in the same race with Lucky Suiziness, who is undefeated right now. So he has a really great form line. I just think that 17-1 is really great value for what you're getting with Toronado Phantom. And he does have a chance in this race, but he's drawn wide. But he's had a 4th, but he wasn't too far behind against Lucky Suiziness in his penultimate race. So for 17-1, I would definitely take him in the triple trio. So number 2, Toronado Phantom. I didn't like him before when he was at like $2.35, but now I like him because of the values at 17-1. So I'll take him here.
Yeah, actually, I didn't expect that the price will be $17 for Toronado Phantom. So maybe the wide draw, but I don't think that the wide draw is a concern, because he, as a back marker, will not be afraid of wide draw, and he is quite consistent, always showing quite good turn of foot in the home stretch. So number 2, Toronado Phantom will be Joe's pick, and for me, I will go for number 1, the current favorites. Number 1, Rewarding Together. The price is 3.9 at this moment. He's a 3-time course and distance winner, and this time still racing in class 3. I think that he is quite competitive, and although I think that race 7 will be quite wide open, hopefully number 1, Rewarding Together, can show some consistent performance over 1200 meters at Happy Valley, because this time jumping from gate 2, he can stay in a great position. Maybe he is likely to get the rail, and also he just back from Chongfa and he's doing quite well over there, so hopefully he can show some consistent performance on Wednesday. So to recap race 7, our selections in the third leg of the triple trio: number 5, Star Bright for Sara, and number 6, California Redwood for Steve, number 2, Toronado Phantom for Joe, and number 1, Rewarding Together for me. And so we just talked about the 3 legs of the triple trio. So we hopefully we can hit the jackpot on Wednesday. And after talking about race 5 to race 7, let's talk about our best bet. Sara, who will be your best bet on Wednesday at Happy Valley?
My best bet comes in at race 8, which is a class 3 over 1650 meters. I'm taking the 8 here, Viva Hunter. We got Moreira sticking aboard. This horse suffers from second-itis. The seconds back to back to back. Over Happy Valley at this distance, but he keeps improving and progressing so much this year. So he's really close to that win. I think we can get it here. Definitely with the blinkers they added in 2 races ago, I think really helped this horse to focus and really helped to get this horse's mind in the right perspective here to learn how to be a competitive horse instead of possibly just a pack animal. So I'm hoping with his progression, even coming off of that second placing in his barrier trial over Charene, looked really nice, has really exceptional form. Moreira knows this horse. I'm hoping this time we're going to break that second-itis here and get him a win. So that is race 8 Viva Hunter.
Yes, Viva Hunter, number 8 in race 8. Still remember that in December, he overcame the wide draw on the International Jockey Challenge Nights under Holly Doyle. And this time, Gates 11 should not be a problem for him because in race 8, there is no fast horses. So maybe he can still get the rail before the first turn after jumping from Gates 11. And Steve, how about you? Who will be your best bet on Wednesday?
I went to the best race on the card, the class 2 at the end, race number 9, number 1, Nervous Witness, well drawn in barrier 3 under Blake Shin. He won last time. He narrowly beat Stoltz by a neck in Charene, and he goes up £6 for that to a highest rating of 100. So Stoltz has every chance of turning around the form. He's £4 better off with the selection, Nervous Witness. And also you could argue that the last time at Charene that Nervous Witness had a draw advantage because he was drawn 9 of 9 on the outside rail. And as Purton says, as Purton actually said on Stoltz, you switch the draw, you switch the barrier and you switch the result. So there's every chance had Stoltz been on the outside, he could actually have won. But despite that, Nervous Witness, he's only had 7 runs, 4 wins. He's improving. As Blake Shin says, you don't know how much he can improve. And he's in the adjacent stall to Stoltz. Stoltz is in 4, Nervous Witness is in 3. I think he's a cracking horse. And if he gets out on the front end, he'll be hard to peg back, even at the revised terms. I think Atomic Force is a nice horse too, formerly trained by Kevin Ryan in England, and a dual group winner in France, makes an interesting horse, and a very nice 4th on his debut here as well over course and distance. But for me, Nervous Witness.
Yes, I think that in race 9 on Wednesday, it will be quite a competitive race. And obviously, number 1, Nervous Witness is one of the rising stars in this season in Hong Kong. So also he proved that he also can handle the city circuit. So this time jumping from gate 3, I think he is having quite a good chance. I think that the top weights will not be a problem for him. And Joe, how about you? Who will be your best bet on Wednesday?
Well, me and Steve are bookending the card because I took the beginning race number 1, and that's going to be WizKid. WizKid he is in great form right now, and he's up against the same rivals, but carrying more weight, carrying a little bit more with 2.5 kilos. But he's just incredible right now. He hasn't had in his last 10 races, he hasn't finished below a 4th. And you see some of the ones he was up against: Cordyceps 6, Special M, Oriental Smoke, Flying Dragon, Everybody's Victory. It is boring. I am picking a $1.80, but you got to pick ones that are going to win. And I think this way, I don't see anything that's going to beat him. I think this is, as they say in South Africa, a penalty kick. So I'm going with WizKid. Joe Moreira gets the mount again. I think he should destroy him. Well, he is carrying. He won by 2 lengths last time. He is carrying 2 more kilos. They say a kilo is a length. I think it's going to be a close finish, but I think he'll hang on. So, yeah, WizKid for me.
Yes, right. Number one, Wizkid in the opener. He's having quite a good season in Hong Kong, and I think that he's quite consistent, very, very fast, and this is quite a big advantage for him, especially over 1,000 meters in at Happy Valley. And for me, my value bet will be in race 3. I like number 8, Telecom Cheetah, because I think that this time Joe Moreira, maybe he selected to be on board number 8, Telecom Cheetah, because he went on board Natural Storm last time out over 2,200 meters. But this time he will be riding Telecom Cheetah because maybe over the longer distance in at Happy Valley, the horses maybe carrying a lighter weight will have a better advantage. So Telecom Cheetah this time carrying only 115, and also with Joe Moreira on board. Last time out he showed quite a great turn of foot in the final section to chase to finish third. And this time hopefully Joe Moreira takes the ride can also help the horse to have a better performance because I think that Telecom Cheetah is having quite a good proof over a long distance in Hong Kong. So my best bet will be in race 3, number 8, Telecom Cheetah. So to recap, our best bet on Wednesday at Happy Valley for Sara, that is race 8, number 8, Fever Hunter. For Steve, that is race 9, number 1, Nervous Weakness. And for Joe, that is race 1, number 1, Wizkid. And for me, that is race 3, number 8, Telecom Cheetah. And after talking about our best bet, how about our value bets? Sara, who will be your value bet?
My value bet is going to challenge your best bet. My value bet comes in at race 3. I'm taking the 7, though, Victoria's Seeker, jumping from barrier 8. You know, we got a really nice 4th place finish last time out. He really showed a lot here. Really showed that this horse needs distance as much as he can. So coming in at the 2,200 meters, I think is absolutely perfect. We've just seen great improvement with this horse over this season so far. So I'm hoping we continue to see that. We have Hamlin sticking aboard him, really knows this horse, really knows how to position this horse and drive this horse home. So fingers crossed, at least he gets second and Charene's best bet gets first, one of the two. But I think it's a really nice choice. You're going to get some good value. I believe he's 8.9 right now. But he has a really good shot. His form is incredible at this distance. So it's for me, it was kind of hard not to pick him if you wanted to get some value here.
Yes, actually, hopefully we can have the Quinella because number 7, Victoria's Seeker in race 3 will be my second pick because I think that at the rating of 46, he is quite competitive because he shows his ability at the similar rating before. So I think that we can have a Quinella on Wednesday in race 3. And Steve, how about you? Who will be your value bet?
Well, I was very close to following you, Charene, because I've picked Telecom Cheetah in race 3, but for my best bet, I went, my value bet, I went to Harrier Jet, which I thought was a bit of an outside horse with a chance. And I go back to race number 5 because I've already tipped Happy Forever in the race. But I just, in these races, it's so easy to have 2 or 3 selections that you like. And I thought Harrier Jet was quite interesting. He's drawn 5. Derek Lung on board, and he's a horse he's quite exposed now. He's been around for a long time. He's 10 years old, but he's nicely drawn, and I think he's down to a career low mark. But I think what's important is he still has plenty of ability, and he still has plenty of enthusiasm for the game. And how many times do you see horses that are actually quite old at Hong Kong still performing well, like Red Ulysses and horses like that still show their form? So, and he's really plummeted down the weights. I think he meets a lot of those horses on better terms. And if Valiant Elegance folds coming up the straight and runs out of puff, I think the race is up for grabs. And who knows, Harrier Jet at the age of 10 might be able to surprise them all with his old legs.
Yes, I agree. So one more horse that we should keep an eye on in the first leg of the Triple Trio, race 5, number 9, Harrier Jet, because he is a 10-year-old, so this will be his last season in Hong Kong, but he's still strong at this age. So don't forget him in the first leg of the Triple Trio. And Joe, how about you? Who will be your value bet?
I'm going to change it because after seeing Toronado Phantom at 17-1, that's actually really crazy. I can't believe it. So, okay. So my value bet here is going to be in race number 7, number 2, Toronado Phantom. I can't believe he is 17-1 right now, especially $4.30 on the place line. I know he is drawn terribly, but with the runs that he's had in the last couple of starts, he's had a win. So I believe that with 17-1, and you're not getting. I mean, he got second with Wagner Borgs, and he's had before that he's had Joe Moreira and Zach Purton. So I mean, I think he has 4 behind California Spangle too about last season towards the end of the season. So yeah, I'm gonna take Toronado Phantom as my value bet, 17-1. I can't believe it. So that's what I'm gonna pick.
Yes, right. Race 7, number 2, Toronado Phantom. The price is the value is very attractive, but I'm not afraid of the wide draw because he used to be a bad marker, so maybe the draw is not a concern. But in a return, $17 is very attractive. So race 7, number 2, Toronado Phantom will be Joe's value bet. And for me, my value bet will be in race 2. Race 2, I like number 7. They reach. We see that in the beginning of this season, he finished second over the same course and distance. However, he suffered from some bleeding, so he was sent to Chongfa for a spell. And then we see that in starting from late March, he's having 2 impressive barrier trial, showing that he is having quite good gate speed. And this time he will be ridden by Lyle Hewison. We just mentioned that Lyle just have a very good performance on Sunday, and I quite like he will be riding a leaders because he is very good at riding a leader. And Dede Rich will be jumping from gate 5. I will be looking forward to him after a spell from Chongfa, and also the draw will be quite favorable for him to get the rail and lead, and hopefully he can lead till the end and break the maiden in Hong Kong. So my value bet will be race 2, number 7, Dede Rich. So to sum up our value bet on Wednesday, for Sara, that is race 3, number 7, Victoria Seeker. And for Steve, that is race 5, number 9, Harrier Jet. And for Joe, that is race 7, number 2, Toronado Phantom. And for me, that is in race 2, number 7, Dede Rich. So that's all for our preview on this Wednesday, the Triple Trail race 5 to race 7, and also our best bet and value bet. Hopefully we can find some winner for you. Good luck on Wednesday. See you next time. Bye-bye.